Oh, what a fun project we have today, folks. It isn't often that I get to do this. Obviously, there's many reasons. One of them is because of cost. This is a Bowtech 34-inch proven. This is the Bowtech's flagship bow for 2025 coming out. It's got the flip discs in it. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. It's got center of mass technology, 34-inch axle to axle, the time lock, the grip lock on it. You name it, it's got it on it. This thing is kind of decked out. And my relative here gets to build this bow. It's fantastic. And, I get to be part of it, which is really cool. It's got to be built for him. It's got to be built for his arrows and his nocks. So it needs a little bit smaller center serving on it. It needs a good rest. It needs the sight put on it. It needs weights and balancers. Just a fun Saturday project. What can I say? So Josh here is taken at it. The first thing he did was strip off the serving, and the next thing he did was get the new serving in place. Putting on serving is, I don't know, kind of a rite of passage. Anybody can put on a rest and add a sight to a bow, but putting on, a serving and then a D loop and your peep, well, that's a whole different story. It really kind of, takes the bow and makes it feel like your own, and that's a pretty cool thing to do. Josh has not had the luxury of building many bows, so coming out to my place today to get this done in the nice warm shop and get ready for the winter league season with a new flagship bow is pretty cool. Both that I get to do it with him and that he's here with me doing it kind of together. But look at him go here. He's got that center serving on. He's just trying to get it burned down nicely. He's just got to find the torch that works best for him. The lighter ended up being it. Once the center serving was on, he turned his attention to the rest, and he's chosen a Ripcord. Ripcord is kind of like a little bit more affordable Hamskea. It's very, very similar. It's got a little bit more of a ratchet design, which is kind of nice. Being that Ripcord is part of the kind of the Bowtech family, it attaches to the back. It stays in center mass alignment, which is really good, and really kind of decks out this proven pretty sweetly. This one here is got gray strings and black limbs and gray riser. Here, once we get the rest on, we're setting up the arrow a little bit on it, kind of marking our future D-loop position, trying to get things level and squared. It's just what you got to do to try to get it in place. I wouldn't say we're professionals like a bow shop, because again, can't always go out and get ourselves, a $1,500 bow and drop $500 into it. It isn't doable all the time. But when we do get the opportunity, we take advantage of it. And the two of us really did enjoy this time. Here we're taking one of his nocks on his new serving, and we're just putting it in place and making sure it's where we want so that we can get our little string ends on. Once Josh gets those tied on, it'll be ready for a D-loop. And really at that point, it gets to kind of the fun stage, because with the rest in place, center serving on, and the D-loop on, shoot, you're steps away from a sight, a peep, and pulling this bad boy. So there we go, we got those in place. And the next step for us is just kind of figuring out which direction he wanted to go here, so it took us a minute to kind of reorganize. He's going to go white with his D-loop. And that's no problem on my end. Colors are whatever he likes best at this point. So he's getting this tied in here, which is good. Sometimes when you're tying a D-loop, if you don't do them every single day, you got to kind of think about it to make sure you get it in there right with the right twist in the right direction. So once we got it where we want it, time to get it stretched, pulled into place, tightened up, just make everything just what we needed. So once he gets that done, we'll just get that trimmed up, get that burned down, and then we'll move on. One thing I really like about the Bowtech bows, there's a lot of adjustability in them. I know we've got it on a bow press here, but literally you could take this bow, you know, get it at a shop, get the D-loop on it, the rest on it in the sight, and you can do a lot of the tweaking out and about. Sight-wise, Josh is going with a Pit, P-I-T, by Viper. He's got it on the rail. He's got an adjustable on it. I think he's got a 5-pin. He's got it set up so that his pins are a little fatter on the top and thinner on the bottom. He's got the light source on it. Should be a really nice sight for him. It's kind of a no Allen wrench adjustable sight. First, second, third axis adjustability. We're going to drop a Hamskea peep sight in. I was just kind of explaining there to him how to drop it in and just kind of temporarily tie it in, so we can go knock up an arrow and kind of see how it fits his face and try to find that sweet spot for him. Once he gets that sweet spot, later on he can play with apertures, and if he needs a clarifier he can do that and all that kind of jazz, because that's one thing we like about the Hamskea peep. It's really adjustable. So here we're kind of getting it in. We're measuring it against his old bow just to get it close, and then we'll take it outside, quick get it adjusted and bring it back in, and then we'll really tie it in. Just want to make sure it fits him right, trying to take the afternoon and get this done while we're in the, I guess, cold rainstorm here in Minnesota. It's about 35 degrees out, and it's raining about a half an inch, which should be a 5-6 inch snowstorm. But again, since it's warm enough, it's raining. So good time to be doing this is right now inside the shop where it's warm. So we took it outside quick. Didn't want to take the cameras out there and get wet. And then we got it back in place here. And then we're going to tie this peep sight in, get it tied in nicely. Everybody's got their favorite, string that they like to use. I'm a BCY guy. It's just what I like to use. So it's BCY D-loop, BCY serving, and BCY string here to tie in the D-loop. It's tying in real nice here for Josh. Everybody's got their methods. I like to half-hitch top and bottom and work my way down each way. Seems to really hold the sights in good. The side of the sight was already tied in, so should do really well. Stand it back up. We're going to get the directions out quick. Get this ripcord tied into the limb. The ripcord is limb driven just like a Hamskea. The only difference is instead of coming down with a Hamskea and then having that little button with the little locker on it, or making a Persic knot, however you say that, the ripcord just has kind of a ratcheting device where you loop it on the bottom limb, bring it up, put it in the device, tighten it down with an Allen wrench, and then you just ratchet it down into place. Honestly, I don't know how well these hold up, but if it does, it's actually a little bit simpler to install than a Hamskea, and I kind of like it. And it certainly is lightweight, and because it's made to grip right onto the Bowtech back, it makes center of mass just sweet. So here I'm just putting a couple levels on the arrow, making sure things are leveled up on the bow the best I can, and we're just trying to get that 13/16 set up on the rest, so we have somewhere to start with. Just getting it set up right where we need to get that 13/16 set. And we're kind of doing right to left first. We'll do up and down in a bit. So we're just trying to get everything leveled up there. Got the level on the string. There's a bit of leveling that has to be done on the sight too. So I'm going to try and get some of that stuff done here too for him. Some of that stuff's just kind of touchy. I'm quite familiar with the Viper sights. To me, they are a more affordable version of a high-end sight. Exels and, you know, UVs are fantastic sights, but they're so expensive. One thing nice about the Vipers is they've got a lot of the same features. They're built pretty strong. They might be a little bigger, a little bulkier, but they can do a lot of the same things, and they've come with a good price, all American made. So real appreciative of their product. So we're getting it all lined up, trying to make sure we got everything in place, trying to make sure our axes are all set up. Obviously the one we can't do at the moment because we're not quite ready for it yet is, you know, to draw the bow and, you know, tip it down and make sure that that plane is in spec, but we'll get everything else here done the best we can. Again, it's a bow build. What can you say? It's a flagship bow here. It's running the Ripcord. It's running a Viper pit on it. It's got a Hamskea peep, which can have apertures and clarifiers in it. D-loops on, strings waxed up, a couple monkey tails in it. Getting the weight done, it's pulling 71 pounds. Sorry the camera didn't pick that up real well. I was going to check it again. Again, it's pulling about 71 pounds. I suspect after about 100 shots, it's going to be right down to about 70. And we went right to paper tuning right off the bat. Took his arrows. He's got a Rip TKO, and we're driving it through paper. It's close. It's really close right off the bat. So that's the nice thing about, you know, Bowtechs. You just, you know, get the Allen wrench out, undo the lock nut there, or set screw, whatever you want to call that, at the top, and you can start adjusting these. You can make those cams turn one way or another to get rid of those left and right tears pretty darn easily. It doesn't take us long. Within just a few minutes, 6-7 feet from the paper, we're starting to shoot bullet holes. I mean, that's fantastic. You know, backing up 20 yards, and we're letting this thing rip. It took us a couple hours. It was great fellowship. I enjoyed doing it over the Christmas break here. How cool is it to, you know, set somebody up, you know, so that they can go out and shoot and enjoy the tournaments here of the upcoming winter in Minnesota that are going to be available with a flagship bow. That's pretty freaking cool. It's the Proven 34, folks, by Bowtech, set up with a Ripcord and a Viper sight on the front. Just a sweet rig. I hope you liked this video. It's kind of fun to do, I must admit. It's a good time getting together and putting a bow together like this. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like, subscribe, and follow us along.